Greetings! It's me, Firebee, and welcome back to The Binding of Isaac Rebirth. I believe last time I did a thing with somebody. It was probably Eve. No, it wasn't Eve. It was Maggie. That's right. Got Boss Rush and Cathedral done, but didn't quite survive in the chest. Oh well. That's something that we can do some other time. But I am not alone today. Say hi.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back.
So yeah, today, what am I gonna do today? Who have I not played recently? You know what I haven't played? I haven't played Eden recently. Let's go with Eden.
You know, strange as I was thinking, maybe you should play Eden in my head.
Nice. Alright. So we started in a Cellar 1 with a Curse of Darkness with some alright speed. Looks like some possibly decent damage. The Steam Sail and the Pony. And an awful, awful tier rate.
Well, at least you started with the Steam Sale?
I guess. Alright, first item room is butt bombs.
Butt bombs.
I mean, I guess it's somewhat useful for some stuff, but not much.
Does that make you poop bombs? Or
No,
does
it
that
means
make your
that
bombs?
My bombs have a toxic blast to them.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, does that make your bombs poop? Or explode into poop? In a way, it's sort
the
of
shape of the
does.
bomb is like poop.
Oh, okay. So yeah, pretty much.
Oh hey, I got a burnt penny.
Wow. So I'm scrolling through Netflix, right? And I see under documentaries, honey badgers, masters of mayhem. That's just such a silly notion to me. That there's a documentary about it.
I'm not surprised. Oh well, there goes my soul heart that I started with. Now I'm just down to one single red heart. Oh right, but the burnt penny, in case I didn't mention it, means that every time I pick up a cent of any kind, a coin of any kind, I get a 50% chance or thereabouts to get a bomb out of it, for a bomb to drop.
Nice.
It's fairly neat.
Now if only you had Humbling Bundle. Humbling Bundle with Steam Sale is like really OP shit.
It's pretty nice. I generally prefer the contract from below though.
I prefer
you
the
get
Dark Bum Friend.
Well, yes, Dark Bum, yes. But I thought we were talking in things very similar to each other.
Yeah, true.
Like, in the case of one of these, penny trinkets, I'd far prefer having singular cents to having double cents. Because then I can get two procs out of it. Well, yes, but who doesn't? And let's be real here. Oh boy, it's the haunt!
Oh boy!
It's my favorite to have with no fucking tier rate and no fucking damage. So the little haunts apparently actually shoot ahead of where they predict you to be.
Huh. That's interesting, actually.
Your internet's going to shit right now.
Oh.
And I died.
I may have actually been yawning.
Yes, you were yawning, but your microphone went to shit. Alright, restarting. Another Cellar 1, another Curse of Darkness. Let's see, I have 4 cents. The Pentagram. A Sun card. And Bob's Rotten Head. Not half bad. And I'll start by using Bob's Rotten Head there. That'll get me closer to the Tinted Rock there.
What if someone made a mashup of Pokemon and The Binding of Isaac?
It wouldn't surprise me. Right, what were my stats
It would be
at?
strange, though.
Like, nothing. Like, I have 1 in every stat except for my damage.
Dang.
And even then,
That
that's
really
just because, even then, I think I started with 2 in attack, since, although I don't know exactly how that shows up on the stats screen, because that's not really the same even between things. Okay, that's not the secret room, okay. Finn! Probably should have gone for my item room first, but I'll deal with Finn. I have the damage for it. Huh. The shots that Pin puts out actually do have light to them, and you can actually see that light through Pin's body. That's...
Pin, you mean Muldorm from A Link to the Past?
Yes. Yes, him. That guy.
Not Muldorm.
No.
Fuck.
Isn't Muldorm the guy that you hammer?
No, Muldorm is the one that it's like the segmented one that bounces around and knocks you off.
Oh, that one!
That's
the tail hitting one.
The tail one?
The one that knocks you off out of the fight? Because you have to hit the tail, isn't it?
Yeah.
I haven't played that game in quite a while, so. Oh, good. And my boss drop is stem cells, HP up. I'm not sure whether it's still a slight shot speed up or not. I know it was in the original, though. Let's see if I can't get to that there. Probably not.
It's the name of that boss.
I can.
It's the boss from the desert.
I don't know, you're the walking Zelda encyclopedia.
I know, but I can't always remember everything, man.
Cast! What sort of...
I don't remember what I ate for breakfast, okay?
Yet you remember everything else from Zelda.
Yeah, man, but... Okay, they're called, land molas, or something like that.
Okay. Yeah, I won't hold you responsible for that one. Because that... I won't hold you responsible for that one, because that seems like bullshit to try to remember.
Yeah. But I do know there's 3 of them in the room.
They don't actually tell you what the name of the boss is in the game, do they?
Actually, I don't think they do, so...
Because I know that was something I missed in, Link Between Worlds. Because I was just like, I'd love to know what the names of these bosses are, like they do in the other 3D Zelda games.
Which, let's be all, like, honest and put the cards on the table here. A Link Between Worlds isn't really a 3D Zelda.
Well, no, it's like a pseudo 3D. I mean, it's technically rendered in 3D.
It is rendered in 3D, but it has all the signs and tells of a 2D Zelda game.
Yeah, it's played as a 2D Zelda game set in a 3D world. I guess you could say.
That is correct.
Which is this
beautiful, by the way. That world was amazing.
Oh yeah, it was very pretty.
I enjoyed the hell out of that game.
Hey, Mango Baby! Come along, friend.
You know what game I'm gonna enjoy even more?
Majora's Mask?
I hate that I'm hyping myself up to the new Zelda game, but I don't know if it's actually gonna be that amazing.
Nah?
But... Huh?
You mean the new Wii U one?
Yeah.
Considering how they've hyped it up, I don't think they expect it to be anything other than amazing.
But... free world exploration. You can do the dungeons in any order, just like the original Zelda. Okay, maybe not any order, but you had a lot of freedom. You could go anywhere and do what you wanted and explore and discover things for yourself. And the fact that they're going back to those roots means that they really, really care enough to, you know, make up for how shitty Skyward Sword's gameplay was.
I should have figured that your entire thing was just going to be a rant on how bad Skyward Sword was.
It's not a rant on how bad Skyward Sword was. The gameplay was terrible. My rant is about how amazing that this game should
in comparison to
back to the
Skyward Sword, because Skyward Sword was terrible in your opinion.
Yes, it was.
So it's a rant on how terrible Skyward Sword is.
But it's not. It's not an exceedingly terrible game. There were just things that they did that were really, really bad.
They wanted their motion sensor thing to be really good, but didn't realize that there's almost no place, there's almost no area where something that's completely motion sensor controlled will get very delicate, exact movement.
Okay.
There's no real thing that you can have, you know, yet that will allow for very precise movement with only hand motions.
The sword fighting is very bad, but it's excusable because it's pretty cool to sword fight with the enemies.
Yeah, I thought that was really cool.
However,
Isaac's tears.
The flying on the bird is absolutely terrible, and it would not have been that difficult to design a controller function where I could control the damn bird with a joystick. And even worse than the bird, because I can control the bird pretty easily, but it's still annoying, but even worse than the bird, the most irrefutable, worst sin that Nintendo has ever committed upon the beautiful, pristine games franchise that is Zelda, would be the fact that you could not control the freaking swimming with a joystick, and it was the worst thing in a Zelda game ever.
Holy shit, you're on a fucking soapbox, man!
I did go on a soapbox, didn't I? Holy shit.
Since I didn't want to interrupt you, the item in my second item room was Isaac's Tears. I think that you got that from beating Isaac with Isaac. The Isaac boss fight with Isaac, the character.
Yes.
I think that's where you get it from.
Isaac.
What it is it's essentially like Tammy's head, except you recharge it by how many tears you shoot. So you shoot 6 tears, it's recharged again. Except it's not... It will only shoot tears. It will not shoot anything except tears.
Interesting.
And more than that, it will... like Tammy's head, there's some bit of damage add-on there that is not like
added with the
when you use Tammy's head, you get extra damage. Like those tears are stronger than your tears are normally by a little bit.
Right. Not
the case with Isaac's tears.
Gotcha. But it's very easy to recharge.
Well, yeah, you can and if you have any kind of tier type that requires being charged to begin with, it charges instantly. So you have Brimstone, you can charge instantly. Just hold the button down and it'll be, oh hey, charged. But it'll just do what your tier damage would be. It would be tears that do what your tier damage would be. So, Alright, first double deal.
Okay.
Guppy's Collar. And 2 black cards. It's a thing. Guppy's Collar gives me about a 50% chance to respawn with half a heart when I die. I say when, not if. Because we all know that shit's inevitable. There's not much else on this floor I want to do, actually, so let's just head to the next one. But yeah, I didn't... Like, I watched someone do the... What the... Hold on a moment. I do believe Skype crashed for one or both of us.
I was afraid to call you back, so I just...
You did call me back.
Oh, what?
Apparently. You apparently called me back. Because,
I didn't.
Well, it cut off and my phone tried to pick it up for me, which is bad. It really shouldn't do that. I kind of don't want it to do that. Like, it's a neat idea, but there's been only one time in all the times it's done that that's been good for it to do that.
Convenient, yeah. But it called me. So it called you and me?
There...
Automatically?
It said that you were calling on my phone.
And it said you were calling on my
That's
computer.
kind of odd. I know there is
Yeah.
some weird thing where apparently you can...
That must be a feature to reconnect the call.
Something like that. Although I know that there's some weird thing where... Like, it doesn't necessarily make sense in this case. But I did read some sort of thing where that sort of thing could be exploited. So that the person who... Essentially you would be able to hear things that I'm saying from my phone, even though I technically hadn't picked up the call or something on there. But I would assume it's been fixed by now.
Yeah, I would imagine
Dead's
so.
key. Yeah, sure. Alright, so now I need to get a good run.
And I was gonna say that the reason that sole cause of the motion controls for the swimming being so terrible is because when you're moving the controller with your hand in order to angle the movement, the Wii remote isn't it. Well, let me explain a joystick first. A joystick, when you press it in any direction, it provides give and allows you to know how much
you gotta pull it back if you wanted to get it back normally. It's difficult to do with an ordinary.
And
with this.
If you let it go, it will automatically reposition itself. With a Wii remote hanging out in the open like that,
there is no neutral position for it to go back to unless you remember it. It's kind of similar to how the flight controls were, really, I think.
Yeah, it's very, very similar to the flight controls.
I don't think I actually saw
the flight controls
how like the person controlling the game when they played that section, but I know I watched someone's playthrough of the game, and when they got to that section, it was just like, oh my gosh. I think I started skipping past it because it was so boring. It was weird. In the middle of this game of so many interesting things was a mandatory swimming section that was extremely slow. Oh hey, where'd you come from? Getting distracted and not noticing things that explode right behind me.
I can tell that they knew the swimming was really difficult because they gave you a very intensive training course just to learn how to use it.
Just to use a thing that you use only once in the game.
Yeah, and they tried to mitigate that fact by giving you an intensive training course on it, but it doesn't really help. It's still very terrible.
There you are. Yeah, the fact that you only see it once in the game, it didn't need to be there. Like, there was no point for it.
You swim a good bit more in the game than that. And
Was there any swimming more than that that was necessary?
I don't...
Like, that you actually legitimately had to do.
Yes, there was. It's called...
Like, outside of that one trial.
Yeah.
And Polycephalus is dead.
It's called Flooded Farron Woods.
I'm saying outside of that. Outside of the place where the woods are completely flooded for no reason except for you to pick up these weird note things.
The training courses before that, when you first meet the water dragon thingy. And you go through the trials with the weird squid things. Yeah, I'm not very good with the technical names. So.
This is going to be incredibly stupid of me, but I'm gonna do it.
Flooded Farron Woods was
YOLO.
literally the worst part of the entire Skyward Sword game.
I'd probably agree with you there. Alright, so I have Brimstone now, and I'm at half a soul heart.
Oh.
Oh, yes, oh.
Oh. Well, that could be dangerous.
Little bit.
Playing risky business.
I have a 50% chance to respawn, I'm fine! Nah, this totally won't go terribly for me instantly. Oh hey, a bunch of these guys.
And I have to say, the Lanayru sections of the game had to be pretty much the best.
I'll agree with you there. Those were very well done. Like the bit
They
with
were
the
the
time
most
shift
interesting-
stones.
Yes.
And I
Time
died.
shift stones and...
Wait, do I come back?
Huh?
No, of course not. Alright,
Oh.
let's see if I get something better this time. Let's see, it looks like Spider Bite, Isaac's Fork as a trinket, and the Book of Belial, am I right? Looks like it.
Well,
And-
could be worse.
Wait,
I guess.
what are my stats at? They're alright. So my first item is Libra. So that
Could
that
be worse.
balances all my stats. All of them. And it
Are you gonna
keeps
take it?
them balanced. So if I get a damage up,
Oh.
it's going to be balanced into, you know, part way into range, part way into damage, part way into tears, part way into speed.
So it's sort of like taxes.
Kind of. I guess.
It takes one bit from one thing and spreads it out among all the things.
Also, I started with only 2 soul hearts. So, one of those is gone. Because, of course, I can't seem to get things that aren't fucking cellar floors.
It's the Let's Play curse.
Yeah, it is. It really is. Alright, since I have 6 bombs, I can bomb that guy, because there's a chance for him to drop. You can get a steam sail from the guy in front of the shop.
And I have to say, and I'm a very big stickler for atmospheric sounds, the fact that outside of the time-shifted areas of the time-shift stones, where the music was kind of hollow and it had a very deserty feel, and you step inside and it has a fruitful,
A very
musical,
lush
and it
feel.
goes into full, yes, and it was incredible. That was really the best part of the whole game, the Lanayru sections. Really, they were. The only annoying part was trying to find that damn invisible boat, and even that wasn't that bad.
Nah, it wasn't too bad. I'm gonna grab the broken magnet, because that'll do more than Isaac's Fork. Isaac's Fork, when you kill enemies, there's, like, after you kill a certain amount, it will heal you for half a heart. A red heart. So, that's kind of useless with only soul hearts now, isn't it? Broken magnet will attract money to me, but that's it.
Also, and I know these things are minor, but there are some temporal inconsistencies throughout the game.
It's in the Zelda series. When aren't
Namely-
there? Oh hey, it's Pin again.
Namely, the fact that when you would use a time shift stone and enter a section where one of the moblins were at, I'm not even sure what you would actually call them, but I'm just going to
Moblins
call
is
it a
probably a
moblin
good
because it
enough
was-
term.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
I'm
I
sure there's
forgot.
a specific
that's
name
how
for the.
Pin reacts really weirdly to being slowed. Like as soon as he's slowed, just goes instantly back into the ground, back into this wood floor that he's digging through, like as if it's dirt. Oh Okay.
And somehow it repositions itself as if it were dirt.
Alright, growth hormones. I'm pretty happy about that. It's speed and damage up, but with this, it's technically everything up. To the next floor. I'd like more health, but that's fine.
And, oh wait, where was I? On my soapbox?
You were up on it.
Yes, but there was
as in
something
the
I was
exact
saying.
position, I think you were saying something about inconsistencies with the time shift stones.
Ah, yes, the inconsistencies with the time shift stones. First of all, when you would enter a section
Nice.
in which a moblin would come back to life, or, you know, you saw one of their skeletons and
Oh, good.
you
it's a box
move
of
and they come
spiders.
back to life, and then, you know, you move out of that spot, you know, like they start to follow you, and then you move out of, you know, you move out of range,
Mhm.
and their skeleton just pops up. That's a bit silly, because it seems to imply that after you moved back into your own time zone,
They stood there until they died.
for the rest of their life. Yes, that's
Yeah, it would seem
a
to
little
imply
silly.
that, except for the fact that it's... I think they're trying to say that it's essentially an instantaneous thing, that they're, at that point, not in that time, and in that time, they're dead. And thus...
Yes, would be a good way to explain it
Yeah.
away.
Like, you know, you used a time shift zone to shift it back however many 100 years was it? I don't know. To
It was a while.
that time when they were, you know, alive, and then when you go
Ancient
outside
jurisdictions.
of that, you know, it's essentially that you're stepping outside of that. You're only temporarily going back. You're setting that area as if that time hadn't happened. But when they're outside of that, that time catches up to them and they die, and it's only their skeleton left, because that's, you know, that's what happens to
Right.
things.
And it reverts back to the way it was before you came along with your time shift stone. Also, implications that the Ocarina of Time is made out of time shift stone. I mean, that's a pretty obvious assumption there.
I don't know about that.
And
I hadn't thought about that one. Hey, it's the
It's
Widow.
blue, and it controls time.
It's not this.
That supposition.
I don't know if it's the same material. Like, I'm not sure I'd craft an ocarina out of whatever that crystal stuff was that the time shift stones
It
were made of.
looks very similar, though.
It has a similar color, yes.
And they both affect time. So
Well-
one could assume...
One can affect time if you play the right things on it.
True.
I'm very glad I actually got this one. But I think I got
But
this double deal because I wouldn't be able to buy anything.
But it's still not that far of a stretch, if you ask me.
I could see it happen, but there's nothing saying that that is exactly what happened.
True.
Am I a wizard?
Or maybe-
Absolutely not. Paralysis. Oh boy, I get to sit here for 2 seconds. 3. Joy of joys.
Yeah, paralysis is just great.
It's the best pill. I mean, really.
Hooray.
I very much
mean-
dislike this room.
Who doesn't like being forced to waste time?
I know, wasting 3 whole seconds, it's awful. Somebody should get on them about that. Like, gosh. Oh, right, I still have the Are You a Wizard effect. Let's wait for that to wear off. Because that's a pretty wide angle. I can't do anything with that. There we go.
But I would say that the fact that you had to move around and locate the invisible ship in the past, because you could only you had to locate it because it was moving around in the past, and you were moving around in the future, and thus you had to use that time shift stone in order to locate the ship in the past. Makes it a little
Right.
inconsistent with
Why not?
the moblins that instantly die when you move away from them. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah, a little bit, but what's a Zelda game without some inconsistencies?
Yeah, you're right about that. And the whole time
Hey.
gate thing
Deck cards.
that just makes no fucking sense at all.
Not
Completely
bad
inconsistent.
at all. Just got a Joker card
Because-
out of a deck of cards. Not bad.
Because as soon as Girahim took Zelda back to the past, it should have instantly changed the future. You know?
Well, no. Because
They would have had no time to go back because the future would have already changed. It would have already transpired in the past.
unless the future was going on, the future that was going on was happening because Girahim took Zelda to the past.
So
Like, when he went to the past, he caused that future to happen, and that future could only happen because they went to the past.
So it was just a stable causal loop where nobody had any free will.
Well, I'm sure they thought it was their free will. Whether it was or not
Yeah, but
isn't
it
necessarily
wasn't.
the question, though.
Yeah. But what you're saying is a stable causal loop in which
Yeah, something like that.
it's predestined action.
Well, that essentially had to happen. That
Yes.
the reason that it happened was because of that.
Correct. He went back in the past, but Link was already there in the past. All the shit that was in the past already happened in the past.
And the stuff
But
that
that,
happened
like
in
I
the
said-
future was because the stuff happened in the past, which... Yeah? I don't know. Thinking too hard about time messes shit up. Let's use a 5 reroll room. And go to the same floor.
What's saddening is my favorite temporal paradox is a causal loop called the bootstrap, as you are aware, the bootstrap paradox,
Yeah, that one.
in which an item of no origin or thought or idea or whatever is created.
Sure. Yeah, it was worth it. That was absolutely worth it. Just got 2 soul hearts out of a lock chest that I got from a tinted rock.
What does the 5 reroll?
The floor.
Oh, pretty cool.
Yeah. Let's see. The 1
get to keep
is
whatever
essentially a
you
use
have.
of the D4. Rerolls most of your build. 2 is a D20 in that room. 3 is a D20 on the floor. 4 is a D6 on the floor. 5 rerolls the floor itself. And 6 rerolls your
Items.
build and all the items on the floor. So
Oh, wow.
6 pips on there will reroll is essentially a use of the D4 and the D6 on the floor. Got the lucky
At the
foot.
same time. Yeah.
So now I have technically +1 luck, except for the fact that I'm pretty sure that that's averaged over everything.
Now see though, even in
it's
Ocarina
also
of
better
Time,
gambling.
with its minor temporal inconsistencies, still makes sense.
Yeah, all this.
I mean, he didn't technically create another timeline. He
Yes.
just went to one. He just went to another timeline, in which Link was dead and Ganon took over and such.
If I get enough money, I'll buy some stuff. Okay, or I could get a dime out of that. Sure. Walk in the shop with 2 cents. If I get enough money, I'll buy something. Dime drops. Blow up the shopkeeper. A dime and a nickel drops. What is this? I'm swimming in money. I guess that's just the luck foot? I don't know. I don't even
I
know.
think the shopkeeper tends to always drop some money.
It can drop nothing. It can drop money. It can drop spiders or the Steam sale. Okay, donation machine is maxed out.
Most of those seem to make sense because it's got to have some bad conditions. It can't always have a good condition.
Yeah,
It's got to be balanced.
I don't know if I actually want the red candle. For now, I'm gonna take the Book of Belial with me because that's pretty much guaranteed devil deals.
Wow, I never realized how much I could rant about stuff. Then again, Zelda is one of the things I'm most knowledgeable about.
Yeah, there's a reason when if I have a question about Zelda, you're the one I take it to. That's why I was so surprised when you didn't know something about Zelda. You're like, you don't know the name of one of the bosses from Zelda? What is this madness? Who are you, and what did you do to the friend I knew? Oh,
but I
Angel
do have
Room.
a valid reason for not knowing it, and that's because it never shows up in the game.
That's true. Hey! I just unlocked this last episode. The Relic!
Hey!
The Relic follows around behind me and drops soul hearts occasionally. And by occasionally, I mean every 5 rooms. Also, I'm gonna be dumb, and I'm going to fight the angel.
So, not occasionally, consistently.
Consistently,
every
yes.
5.
Let's see. I don't know which angel this is. If I had to guess, this one's Uriel? That they actually have names. There's an Uriel or Uriel and a Gabriel.
Yeah, Uriel.
But I don't, because they're referred to that in the game files. But I don't know which is supposed to be which. Well, I know what they drop. They drop key pieces.
Oh.
That you need to get into the Mega Satan fight.
Oh.
And I've gotten there twice. And I've beaten it once. Mega Satan! Mega Satan's pretty something. Not
mega.
Pretty something. It's something. I'll just say that. Oh hey, Super Envy. That's a joy of joys. You were asking something, and I think I cut you off.
What? Closing out of Steam would
It might help a little bit. Probably help your crappy internet. I haven't...
Hey, screw you, I got great internet.
He says as his voice cuts out. I haven't figured out what the, when some enemies die or break apart, they make a different sound from other ones. Like, all the ones here have the sound of, like, when things break apart. Which makes sense, because it's an envy fight. But on some of the, but I've faced some enemies that don't split that have made that sound. Maybe because they just had the chance to, but didn't? I don't know. Got a key out of it. Also, I picked up the cancer trinket. I'm not sure if I mentioned it because you were mid-rant. But yeah, that I'm pretty sure it's give or take doubles my fire rate. So my tier rate is a lot higher than it was before, and it can go past the tier cap. Because there is a certain speed that's pretty much the most that you can fire at once, but this can go past that. But once you get to that point, it's not necessarily noticeable. But at this point, it's quite helpful. And it seems I have alright damage for getting Libra. Not bad at all, in fact. Although I know there's some bits where it doesn't actually... Like, I think if it's a percentage or something, that gets... Yeah, that where the damage is multiplied by something, and that doesn't get averaged or something, I'm not sure.
I have no idea.
Hey, small rock. That's +1 damage. Which means plus something damage, plus something everything else. Kind of. The relic is paying out an awful lot. Hey, money equals power.
Hello.
We were just talking about you earlier.
We were, funnily enough.
Yeah, actually, funnily enough. So anyways, about that Sacred Heart, If it works for that, it might work for this. Actually, I am in line for angel rooms currently, so you never know. There's nothing in here I'm gonna buy. I could get the fanny pack, but that's not worth it to me. The detonation machine has already been maxed for this run, so I'm not gonna worry. The left hand dropped where I can't get to it. Unfortunately. That'd be pretty nice, but oh well. That'd be pretty fine for soul hearts anyway.
Yeah.
Alright, boss time. Double Trouble Dingle. Definitely time to use the Book of Belial.
Sounds like a mouthful.
I don't want a mouthful of dingle. The dingle is the poop.
Oh god.
It's a moving, shooting poop. I don't want a mouthful of that. No thank you. I'm sure that sounds terrific to anybody that might be hearing it without hearing the other side of it, or knowing the context.
Yeah.
Other than the thing of like, yeah, nobody really wants a mouthful of poop. I mean, unless you're into that, in which case, sure, whatever, I guess.
Yeah.
Nice, I got the halo.
Oh boy.
So that'll be the first actual red heart container I've had this entire run. That I just got here. Wait, wrong button. In the Caves 1. My first heart container, Caves 1. After having...
Wow.
And having 9.5 soul hearts. Angel Room, what's in it? 2 Eternal Hearts.
Nice.
It's just a health up. That's like, it's neat. I like the idea, but I don't like it because it's just a health up. That's all it is.
At least you got a health up, you know, to be.
Well, I'm sitting at 11.5 hearts at this point in the game.
Oh.
A health up means nothing to me. I'm sitting at 11.5 total hearts. Most of those are soul hearts. I'm getting a new soul heart every 5 rooms. I don't care about red health at this point.
True.
Wow. I'm gonna get the other part of the key.
I was just playing a Pokemon battle, and I said GG, and they just left.
They do that. People do that.
But see, at the very beginning, they said good luck, and I said same to you. And at the end, I was like GG, left.
Yeah, I don't say good luck to people, because when you do, they get good luck. If anything, I'll tell them to have fun.
Well, at least you're honest.
Like, if they say good luck, I'll follow up with have fun. But I'm not gonna tell them to have good luck. You know, maybe if they say, oh yeah, you know, GLHF, I'll do same. But I'm not gonna go, hey, good luck. I hope that your luck is good against me. Because, let's be real, I don't wish that they have that. Alright, key piece 2. I have the full key now.
At least he's honest, folks.
I mean, they watch my videos. Well, yeah, you'd have to, or else you wouldn't be watching this one. To the next floor!
Yeah?
And I'm holding on to a Joker card in case I don't get an Angel Room. Or in case I get a Devil Room. I think if you get a key piece, you have a slightly higher chance of an Angel Room, but I'm not sure on that. Don't really take me as the word of fact there, I just think that's the case.
The word of fact?
I was gonna go with word of God, but I don't think that... I can't really say that, I don't think. I'm not sure that that really works quite right in this game.
Yeah. Not in that game, at least.
No, I don't think it really works like that in Isaac. I can't say that something is word of God. It doesn't really... Unless I'm talking about the Bible, in which case it's...
Doesn't hold any water.
Well, no, I wouldn't use a book to hold water.
Oh my god. Not unless it was a hollow book.
Even then, paper does not hold water very well. Not for long, at least. Oh, hey, Ultra Pride.
Oh, it holds water very well. It absorbs the shit out of it.
I'm not gonna make a cup out of paper. Right, I need to stop standing to the side of Ultra Pride. Alright, so if I wanted... I'm gonna grab the left hand, actually. How's my fire rate? Not bad, actually. And if I pick up Cancer... even better, but it looks also like more damage, actually. The tears look larger with Cancer. Is that just me?
You should get...
Nah, I think it's just me.
You should totally get into the Pokemon TCGO, and we could play together.
I'm not sinking my money into that.
You don't have to put any money into it. Just saying.
I mean, I could also go with I'm not sinking my time into that when I have 15 dozen other games I haven't played.
So do I. At least it's a good game.
I've never been particularly great with card games. You know this. You tried to teach me Magic.
You weren't bad. Honestly, you really weren't. I mean, I might have beat you, but that's just because I have more experience.
Nah, I seem to recall the beating was fairly brutal. But I meant in also general other card games. I'm not perfectly good at them.
Oh, I just got a really good Garbodor pull.
I had to think for a second whether you were mangling Gardevoir or whether you were actually talking about Garbodor. Yay, Flush!
I guess I did say it a little bit ambiguously.
Flush will turn all the enemies in the room to poop. Just as if you hit them all with E. coli. It's kind of meh. I'd really prefer the Book of Belial to it. That's extra damage.
Ooh, I got a superior too.
Is it contrary?
Wow, this...
I mean, that's released in Japan. So you can technically get legal contrary superiors. And I think I think there's voting to see whether it belongs in RU.
Well, this card's ability is Royal Garden, where if it has any grass energies attached to it, it doesn't have any retreat cost. So you can return it without paying any retreat cost.
Ah. That is an awful lot of money. Wait.
And I got an Altaria.
I believe if I put a bomb there, I can get all of those at once. Yeah.
Oh, and there's this Vulpix with the move Fire Breathing.
Hey, how dare it steal my thing? How dare they, first of all? Hey, it's the Fallen! The Fallen will give me a random item out of the Devil Room pool. Should I beat it? It's a nice boss to come across. Splits into 2 parts. I'm pretty glad to have Slowing Tears, actually. Over the course of this, they've helped me a fair bit. Oh, crud. I always walk into those rather than out of those. Nope.
Okay, so interesting to know
Guppy's Tail.
In the TCGO, the cards and the packs you get for free are trade locked, meaning you cannot trade them.
Huh. So, I just got Lazarus's Rags.
What does these do?
Well, it's essentially what Lazarus starts with.
What does it do?
It's a respawn item.
Oh, okay. It makes you come back to life.
Makes me come back to life in the same room with 1.2 times damage and anemia and 1 full heart. Like, you respawn in the same room,
Lazarus
like it doesn't restart it or anything, you die and then you're back up.
Yeah,
like
you get right back up.
It's neat, I guess.
Well, I thought it removed 1 heart.
No, you're set at 1 heart.
No, because I remember watching someone play and they were at 3 hearts. You start with 3 hearts as Lazarus, and then he died and he came back with 2.
Well, that was not dying with Lazarus. Lazarus is Regs then. So I'm pretty sure it's 1 heart.
He died on the first level on purpose.
Yeah, because you do get extra damage.
Yep.
You get like 1.2 times damage for it.
It was some risky business, tell you what.
I mean, in the basement, it's not really all that risky, to be honest.
True, but in the long run, it can be kind of risky.
I'm gonna bomb to get to this Judgy. That's worth it. Even though that's losing a little bit of damage. With money equals power, every coin is, oh hey, cool. 3-cent fanny pack, not bad. Every coin is 0.04 damage up, which means at 99 cents it's just a smidge under. It's like 1 under. It's like 3.96 damage up or something.
Basically a 4.
It's essentially a 4 times damage up, but 1 less than that. Like 1 coin less. If it were at 100, it would be 4.
Right. They should just make 99 equivalent to 100 in money as power.
Also,
but it's not
you can
like
see what the battery does.
Anyway.
It's very nice to have, because it means that I'm not wasting charges with the Book of Belial. It just means that I'm gaining a secondary charge, because I usually only use it on bosses. But this means that I can have a second charge to use whenever. So I don't always have to wait for a boss room for it.
Right.
There's a soul heart. I can't actually use it. I can't even pick it up.
Full hearts.
Well, I might be able to now, because a greed head hit me. Which means that I then dropped something due to the fanny pack. Because that's what that does. Let you drop things when you get hit. So I think it's pretty safe that I probably won't be taking red heart damage anytime soon. Probably. There's a pretty good chance of it. Yeah, I know some of these stats have to be going into luck, because luck dictates how many of these tiers actually have the tier effect on them. And that's far too many for no luck. Yeah, it may not show there, but I know that some of that has to be going into luck. Hey, more money! Now I'm back to more than I had at the beginning of the floor. That's definitely good. Sure, what's in there? Hey, Guppy's head! That's 2 pieces of Guppy. Oh, right. That's fine. I always forget that the battery charge is global, essentially. So I kind of wasted that, but that's fine. Are you still there? Or did you fall asleep again? I bet that's what happened. Either that or his internet's shitty. Which could be the case, considering earlier. I'm not seeing any issue with the call, though. Sure, Mr. Mega. Give me 5 more bombs. Let them do more damage. Very nice thing to have. Also, I believe that there's a far larger range on the bombs than larger blast radius. The soul hearts are everywhere. Excuse me, masks. If you could not, that'd be terrific. Like, I would assume that I had the miter if I didn't know that I didn't have the miter. Maybe it has something to do with my faith stat or something. Oh goody! Mask of Infamy. I'm pretty sure that multiple uses of Book of Belial don't actually stack. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure they don't. Because it's just an extra multiplier, I think. Excuse me, if you could not, that'd be great. Actually, maybe your microphone muted. That could be the case. You do that occasionally. Excuse me, Mask, if you could die, that'd be terrific. Thank you. Please, die. Die. There we go. Got me some synth oil, which is damage and range up, or technically everything else also up. And another angel room, which has the Bible in it. Which is pretty meh. You use it, and you can fly. That's pretty much it. You can fly for the room. You also instantly kill mons, so I mean, that's a thing, too. But yeah. I may as well go and see about that soul heart down there. Alright, there's some sounds going on. You're just not talking. Chances are he fell asleep, though. He does that. Like, if I didn't know better, I'd say that he had some sort of narcolepsy or something. Nah, there's no point in that room. I'm pretty sure that I've already gotten the boss rush item, which is good because there's no way I'm getting the boss rush this run. Okay, sure. And in here is... Hey, there's a humbling bundle here. I'll take that, because it's always a good thing to have. Means that all of my future pickups will be 1+1. They'll be doubled. Except for half hearts, and soul hearts. They won't be. But that's fine. Also, troll bombs don't get doubled, thankfully. Alright, what floor are we on now? Depths 2, Curse of the Unknown. 2 Curse of the Unknown floors in a row. I have no idea where my health is. I think I have 10 right now, but I haven't the slightest clue. I've taken a lot of dumb damage recently. It could be nearly anywhere. There's an arcade. I don't really need to go in there. You're dealt with. You're dealt with. Hey, there's a super troll bomb that can't get to me, but opened up a crawl space for me. Darn, I keep hoping that these end up being black markets, but they never are. Rotten baby. Spits out a fly that does twice my damage, occasionally. Not a bad item to have. Certainly since I'm not Guppy yet. If I were Guppy, then I'd consider it, you know, just kind of a pointless extra. But, Since I'm not, it's always good to have. That being said, I am one piece away from being Guppy. So, there is that. Ghost, where are you gonna appear? Oh, there you are. Oh no, I got hit. Get out of here. And there's essentially what the Humbling Bundle does. Doubles all those. What is down here? Hey, there's my item room. Get out of here. Yeah, the slowing is really helping out a lot. Bob's Brain. I'd kind of rather not if it's all the same with you. Oh, hey, that's triple shot, isn't it? Yes, it is. That's triple shot with... with cancer. Wow. I am terrific with words, and let nobody tell you otherwise. Because I don't. 2 more keys. Why not? Hello, Chubb. Yeah, no. I don't think so. I don't think so. And Chubb is dead. I didn't even make use of its worst weakness, which is that it dislikes smoke. Good job at going across the spikes, Chubb. Good job. That was quite excellent. Nice. Nicely done. Alright, there's some bombs. And we'll go up here, I guess. This is just a connecting room now. Because apparently this was a wrong direction. Why am I not surprised? Alright, and in this chest is... money galore. There's my damage back. That I lost from buying stuff. Bombs, keys, a soul heart. These are just a few of my favorite things, really. Are you still awake, friend? I think that's a no. No, that's absolutely a no. I heard that. Alright. I'm going to exit that so that y'all don't have to hear that. There we go. Alright, let's see. Where else do I have to go on this floor? I have to go up and down. Alright, and it's clear that the direction I had to go was in fact down in this cave. Oh. Nope. Get out of here. Nope. I do quite like the amount of chests I'm getting from Guppy's tail. Looks like I'm full clearing this floor. I'm not really surprised if that's the case. Alright, we'll try there for a secret room. It is not there. Okay. I'm not gonna go backtrack too much for it. But I suppose I can try off to the side in here. Is it here? No. Okay. I apparently don't have a clue where it could be then. Alright. And in my shop is... I'm really surprised I haven't gotten greed in the shop. Because I really think I ought to be getting it. Considering how much money I have and how many shops I've gone in. Really should have gotten great at some point. I'm really surprised I haven't. There's Kane's Eye. You know what? I'm gonna go and I'm gonna buy the trinket person here, so I can carry a second trinket. It'd be neat if that actually had a random chance to give a trinket occasionally when you bought it. We'll take that, and we'll take Kane's Eye, which can give the compass, since I don't have the compass this run. That was gonna happen eventually. Alright. We'll do a lot of damage with this particular setup. Come on. Stomp your foot down again. Or you could stick your eye out, that works too. Since I can do more damage to that. Or your hand, I can do a lot of damage to that too. But I think the eye takes the most damage out of everything. We're going up, so I'm gonna take the Polaroid. This isn't quite the run that I'd go down with. Not gonna go to the Dark Room with it. Dead Sea Scrolls. It's a mystery what it could do. You can essentially do almost any spacebar effect. Oh no. Well, okay. Sure. I guess I will use the other charge on the Book of Belial, since I can, and deal with this angel. It's not going to drop anything, though. Just going to be like a scent at the end of the room. Oh, and a soul heart for me. Make that 5 cents. So, okay. I got more damage out of it, essentially. And we'll go to the next floor. I'll just hold on to the Joker for as long as I need to, really. Alright. Room 1. And I can finally see my health. Been long enough. No, I don't want Pop's brain. It's gonna blow up in my vase. I know this. That's why I didn't take it before. And I wasn't worried about taking that since, you know, things like that happen. I don't see any tinder rocks in there, so doesn't matter where I bomb for this. Pinky Eye. It's a random chance for poison tears. I don't think I really need it. Hi, Super Wrath. With you super troll bombs. Now you're dead. I get a bunch of bombs for it. Okay. Speaking of, is my secret room there? It is indeed. At least there's finally a one I can find. And there's just a lot more damage, really. So I'm pretty happy to see that. For this floor, I just want to find the boss room quickly, so as I can get to the next floor. Because there's really not much worth getting on this floor. There's no shops, there's possibly a library, possibly some other form of locked door. There's certainly no item rooms, that's for sure. Okay. This room's certainly interesting. Oh, a golden key dropped. Yeah, those don't get doubled also. And also, specialty bits of money don't. Like, you know, nickels and dimes. You don't really get double those. That would be really strong if you could get a double dime from something. Sheesh. So many soul hearts. I can't even pick them up anymore. And you're gone. Dealt with. Dealt with. Dealt with. Oh no, I took a heart of damage. Whatever will I do? That's what I'll do about it. Alright. Eden versus Triachnid. I think this is the first time I've actually fought this, but it's the same thing as Daddy Longlegs, except slightly harder. Alright, those stomps follow where I am, but it doesn't matter. Alright, Squeezy is tears up and 2 soul hearts, you know, because I need 2 of them. And let's see, final daily room is... Oh, come on! Of course, the random chance for a rock to break. I don't even know what's up with that, but there is a random chance for a rock to break when you enter a room. And of course that random chance happened in here. Don't even get anything for it. The item is Breath of Life. It's weird. Essentially, let's see if I can pull it off. If I don't, then I just take damage, and I don't care. So, you hold down the use button, and it ticks down, and at the end you're invincible while you're blue. I think is how that works. And then you have to wait for it to go back up. But if you hold it too long, I'm not actually sure that I'm doing that right, because I can't see when it's fully depleted, really. But if you hold it too long, then you just take damage. So, like, it's a neat idea, but I think it's a terrible item. Webworm, or the pulse worm, causes the tears to do that, but it's just a visual effect. So, yeah. And we'll grab that, and I may as well grab the other heart, since that's just over here. And I'll head to the next floor. Looking like a pretty good run. Plenty of keys, plenty of money for doing more damage with. I'd have to say that Libra's probably a halfway decent start if you don't have good stats to start off with. Like, yeah, a little bit more well-rounded now, I suppose, as opposed to be, you know, probably more damage run I would have before, but I'm not too worried about it. This is why I consider those rooms generally not worth it. Because, oh yeah, 2 keys for 3 ordinary chests, that doesn't really do much. Although I am doing more damage now. I don't know. I'm not going to do the calculations on the fly. Because I don't need to. All I need to know is that it's more damage. More damage percent. Eternal Heart. I don't want that. I'd rather have a lot of... In fact, I'd rather get Guppy's Paw at some point so I could go down to full soul hearts, in fact. Because then I'd be able to use the Polaroid. But as it is, since I'm not at half a red heart, or less, I can't get that effect quite yet. Oh, hey, there's a tinted rock right here. Hard to see, but there is one. There we go. And between the 2 of those, I can get into here. Hey, Guppy's Paw! And now I'm full guppy. Not even bad. So now I'm going to, with everything that I hit, going to spit out flies that do twice my damage. Also, I can fly. It's pretty strong. And to get it on a run where I didn't even get any devil rooms is actually kind of surprising. I'm really surprised that I got Guppy out of this run. Like, without taking the left hand, without getting devil deals, still got Guppy out of it. Not half bad. Also, since I'm down at full, at only soul hearts, now I can get the Polaroid, which is that shield. So, you know, pretty nice. And we'll grab that. Yeah, I guess that sound just comes from stuff that can split or something. When they end up splitting or something. I'm not sure. Oh, this is a room that exists. You can't actually take any contact damage from these. They can shoot at you though. But you can't take any contact damage. So if you have orbitals, you can kind of just stand there. For the most part. Apparently those still do damage even when they're dying. Good to know, actually. I'll go back for one of the soul hearts. I think my game's slowing down to the sheer number of flies I'm taking with me. Worth it. And the Polycephalus is dead. Instantly. Wouldn't mind getting more keys out of those. This ought to be interesting. What's the hookworm look like? That is exceedingly silly. But I think I'm still going to take Cancer with me. Just for the higher firing rate. Still a far better trinket. Are there any tinted rocks? I don't see any. So we'll just go into the It Lives fight. Go ahead and use the Book of Belial. Become invincible for a bit. I didn't even intend that to happen. Not even bad. Alright, get down here so I can hit you with a huge amount of flies. And also slow you down so I don't care about that. Alright, color me surprised. There was actually a double room there. I was expecting to get an angel room actually. But we'll go up here. It was about a 50% chance still. Give or take. Alright. In the cathedral. And now I'm gonna use the Joker card. Sure. Sure. I'll take the holy water with me. Why not? Holy water follows behind me, and if, for whatever reason, I get hit, it will spill behind me, creating a puddle of water that does quite a bit of damage, actually. So it's fairly neat, actually. You might see it come into effect in this room, actually. Considering the weird nature of these ghosts. Or not. Alright, I should really be saving my keys, since they don't seem to be dropping as much from stuff. I say as I open up another 2 chests. Oh, well, I'm not gonna take that. One of these days I'll pick it up. That's fate. It would give me flight and an eternal heart, but I already have flight and I don't want an eternal heart. So, because that would mean a heart container on the next floor. Okay, there's what the holy water does. It doesn't stick around as long as I would expect it to. But, you know, it does a lot of damage, so I'm not too worried about it. I was actually kind of hoping for a key out of that, which is odd, because normally I'd be hoping for soul hearts. But I already have more than I can use of them, really. So. Okay, boss room must be up here somewhere. Oh good, more ghosts. Come on. I know there has to be at least one more of you. Alright, what is up this way? Nothing. Nothing is what is up that way. Oh good. Double haunt. That's exactly what I want. Very nice to be able to take them out so quickly, though. I'm actually surprised that I didn't get the compass from Kane's Eye at any point during that. We'll open that one. Oh, that's more damage. Alright. Eden versus Isaac. Use the Book of Belial. Sit in there so that the flies can get some damage in. Oh no, I took damage. Whatever will I do? Oh yeah, be invincible, that's what I'll do. And dead. Are there any... Yeah, I'll go back a couple rooms for a soul heart. Why not? It's not like I can get to them if I need the health next floor. There we go. So we'll have full health, 13 keys, and let's look at the stats. Quite decent stats. Like, they don't look good there, but considering how quickly I'm dealing with stuff, they have to be halfway decent. To the next floor. Come on. Into the chest. Alright, and since I got the key from beating the Angel Guardians, the door to Mega Satan has opened, but I'm not going to do that yet, because you can't get out after that. Wow, the game is laughing at me. Charm of the Vampire. I don't actually think I've picked this up yet. I'm not going to pick it up this time. It's just not good. That, every certain amount of things I've killed, I get a half heart back. Yay. Little Chad, every 2 rooms drops me a half heart. Yay. Teleport teleports me to a random room. I don't know if it can take me to the I Am Air room, but I kinda doubt it. And $3 bill gives me random tier effects per room. I'll take that, because that's alright. But the rest of those are just straight up awful. This is a weird chest layout. Oh no, I took damage. Alright, doesn't matter. Oh no. I always do dislike those. Wow, there went half of that health just in that hit right there. Okay, so now I'm at 99 cents, so I'm doing I have just a hint under 4 damage up right now. Just from that. So, yeah, I'm doing a fair bit of damage right now, you could say. I dislike this boss quite a bit, but you know, one of them's gone. I'd far rather be getting things other than bombs from getting hit, though. Alright, what's in here? Wafer! I didn't even need that, but I'll gladly take it. Alright, so the wafer gives, essentially, all the hits I take from now on, they're half hearts. Yeah, instead of full hearts, they're only half hearts. 48-hour energy. Yeah, because I really needed that. So essentially, my health has doubled the number of hits I can take. So rather than only being able to take 12 hits at full health, or 11, I can now take 23. Book of Shadows is pretty neat. Gives invincibility for a certain amount of time. Kind of similar to the Polaroid, but you don't have to get hit first. It's pretty nice to have. And if I didn't want the extra damage, I'd probably take it along with me. Oh, hey. Alright, I don't need to worry about keys for the rest of the floor. That's an infinite key. We'll open anything I want, except for, you know, Mega Satan door. Anarchist Cookbook just drops bombs everywhere. Not something I really want. Let's see what else we can find. Oh good. Super Pride. Or Wrath, I think. Yeah, this is Wrath, I think. It is pretty easy to get them mixed up. At least for me. Hey! Mega Maws. And they're gone. Okay. Huh. Didn't actually know that you could ordinarily get red chests in there. That's kind of neat, I guess. So I got more flies out of it. Yeah, because I needed those. We'll take all the soul hearts I can, though. Those are pretty nice to have. And there goes war. Sure, we'll take the bunting bag. Enemies will think that's me, and thus try to hit it instead. I have proptosis in this room. My range is not spectacular, so... Oh, right. Hitting the wrong thing. Good job, me. Thinking that the thing I just picked up a little bit ago is actually the enemy. Good job. Alright, that room's done. Do I get anything? More keys that I can't use. Sure, thanks, game. I know I said I could use them before, but now there's no point to them. Things trying to charge when they're slowed are always pretty funny. I don't know about that, I'll come back for it. That's a magic mushroom, and well, it'd give me essentially a 1.5 times damage multiplier, so it's an all stats up, including health. I don't have a way to get rid of that red health, though. So, that's why I'm not really sure on whether I want to take it or not. I don't think I need it, but it could be neat. Alright, versus Blue Baby. No, I can pretty much just sit here and tank this. Kinda wish that I'd gotten some form of orbital at some point. But, that's okay, I guess. Dealt with. No, I don't think I'm gonna pick it up. I have enough damage. Now it's time to take on Mega Satan, see if we can defeat him. Or it, or, you know, whatever. I should have enough damage, and if there was anything left unlocked, then I've already unlocked it. And I guess I'll grab these. Why not? I'll at least touch them, so that it shows me as having picked them up. All right, Eden versus Mega Satan. Okay, so you do actually have to move up to a certain point in the room. That's approximately equal to halfway up there. So I got Fear Tears this room. So if I really wanted to, I could actually teleport out of this fight and do it again, but I'm not going to. Could be fun, but this video will be long enough as is. Oh, hey. Like, Ultra Envy or whatever. You might have heard a gulp in there. That was, that was Charm of the Vampire trying to heal me. You know, trying to heal all the red hearts that I have. Yeah, because they all exist. Oh no! Whatever will I do? Oh hey, Fallen Angels. I think the scapegoat is me. Nice of the scapegoat to do that. Dealt with. Alright. There we go. And now, just like Dry Bowser, it's a dry version. It's just the skull. I don't really know if there's much of a pattern in that. I think there's some sort of zigzag pattern to it, but it doesn't matter, because Mega Satan's dead. And you can't actually exit the fight afterwards. I'm gonna skip that because I don't like that ending very much. Anyways, yeah. There we go. Went up with Eden. It took a couple of false starts, but you know, Eden does have some very random items, and some of them are just not very good for starting off with. But yeah, I never really thought that there could be much in the way of a good run with a start of Libra, but I guess it paid off this time. I guess it did. Worked out pretty well. Ended up surprisingly strong. So yeah, there's that. Next time, I don't know. At some point I do need to go and beat the Dark Room. Maybe I'll take Cain or Samson down, because they still have, or Lazarus, since they have to deal with Satan still. Ordinary Satan, mind you. They still have to go down to Sheol. Or maybe it looks like. I don't know. It'll probably be one of those. Which one? I don't know. Only one way to find out, and that's if you come back next time. So, until then, farewell.